obviously we had an eventful weekend. Sunday we got to go to Heinz Field, had a great scrimmage out there, and the number one thing was we stayed healthy. I mean, it's kind of like our last big scrimmage before, obviously our game. We'll have some live situations the next 2 weeks, obviously in practice, but as far as just trying to set the depth chart, as a staff and know, hey, who is the guys at different positions. A lot of that's been done. We'll still see how things go the next 2 weeks. But I was really happy. I mean, the offense played really well. The offense ran the ball on our defense, which was good, but only in one explosive game, which is good for the defense. So they kind of just milked it, and we did do a great job of just stopping the ball at times. And again, really, when you go back and look at it, we always do our goals of, hey, how did the ones do in stopping the run? How did the twos do? And then the total as far as goals for offense and defense. And really what you came out to find out is, hey, our ones are pretty good on offense. They got most of their goals. Okay, these are some excited guys today. And our one offense played well as well. When you get to the twos, it comes down to depth. And there were some ones on twos. So, those guys are able to look at it and go, we didn't do so good as the twos versus the ones or twos versus the twos. So you get to, see a little bit there. I just wrote down some names for you this morning just to give you, just to kind of, we give winning grades out or average or losing if you're losing. I don't have any losing grades for you guys here today, but some defensive winning guys. Keyshawn Camp's playing at a high level, which is just, he's not going to get hurt this year, so you guys can put that in print, Jerry. He will not get hurt, and he's going to be a force, so we're excited about him. Cansey played well. Baldonado played well. Spasier Dennis had a winning scrimmage. And then MJ Devonshire, we thought, had a winning scrimmage, as well as Noah Bigelow, freshman, who had a nice pick at the end. It was just kind of a nice play there. Offensively, Pickett obviously played winning football. I don't know if he's had an average day since he's been in camp. He's playing at a high level. The O-line, as we talked about, ran the ball well, protected the quarterback pretty good, I think, for the most part. Sticky note didn't stick very good. But Carter Warren, Zabovic, Cradle, Hoy played really well front. Lucas Kroll had a great scrimmage. Jake Stalinskas had a great scrimmage. And then receiver-wise, Jared Wayne played at a high level. Obviously, Jordan Addison. And then Trey Tipton had, 3 really nice catches and made some nice plays. So it gives you a little preview of some of the guys that at least had winning grades there. And it doesn't mean everybody else was bad. It just means those are guys who stood out to the staff. Questions?
Is there any separation at the 2 tackle spots right now?
2 offensive tackle spots or defensive tackle? Again, Hoy's playing well. Hoy had, like I said, played well. Carter Warren's playing well. And Gonsalves is doing a good job. So, again, when you say separations, like we trust Matt to go out there and be a starter for us. I don't remember what his grade was. I just kind of pulled out the winning grades. But he's a good player, and we're excited where he is too.
How the kickers do at Heinz, and did you do anything specific to pressure on those guys?
Yeah, we did some stuff. I mean, obviously noise, and we started every scrimmage off with a kind of a red zone third down and kick it. It's a battle, and I don't want to ever go too far ahead and say, hey, it's his job yet, but we're still waiting. I think they're both above average. Neither one of them are losing grades, but neither one of them are winning grades. You wish one of them would just take the thing over. We talked about it this morning staff meeting. Really believe last year when Kessman was here, I think Kessman was hitting 86 or 87% of his kicks during camp. We try, every day we know exactly what's going on. You can see our goalposts. We got a new app there. I wish I could tell you the name and give the guys some pub. But we purchased 2 things for our goalposts down there, which it's kind of there's the goalposts, which the referee does this when it's good. And then we also got some tighter ones just to really reevaluate how many guys are hitting in that sweet spot window. So we've gone even a little extra just because we knew there was going to be a competition. But Kessman 86% a year ago, say, and Ben Sauls was a lot better a year ago, in my opinion. But he was competing with Kess. Now that Kess is gone, all of a sudden, that 86% is not there, and we need to get it back up to 86. So, but him and Sam are battling it out.
Do you put more emphasis on what they do at Heinz than here?
More emphasis definitely goes at Heinz or on a scrimmage day as opposed to, a practice day. No doubt about it.
I know there's still 2 weeks to go, but is MJ winning that job?
You know what? With some guys banged up, again, I'll say this all the time. MJ's playing really well. Where like MJ go play, and I would not say he's winning that job, but I'd say we have 4 corners that we feel really good with. And if I'll go back to BC a year ago, it was Jason Pinnock and who was the other corner guys? Help me out here. Quez. I mean, those were two guys, and we felt like we didn't have that third guy. And I made a mistake of not getting that third guy ready to go, and it ended up after the BC game became AJ Woods. So I feel like maybe we have 4 or 5 guys really at this point that can go in, that know what they're doing, that we're going to trust early and not make that same mistake twice.
When do you start to put in game plans for week 1? I mean, is that already set, or do you want to make it normal for guys and have just the specific amount of time that you normally have?
Yeah, I mean, we'll start a little bit of stuff today, can continue throughout the week. And then we'll obviously get into it heavy next week, but we haven't really talked game plan with our kids. Our coaches have installed stuff, practice 1 that they know they want to use in the first game. So, as coaches, we started the game plan last summer, I guess this past summer. And we game plan really everybody, have a tentative game plan, know what they are, who the people are. Obviously UMass has got a lot of transfers in there, so we've gone back and watched Texas, North Texas offensive tackle. That how do he play there? Who is he? So we can help game plan forward as we come forward. So it's really with the portal, you kind of you're evaluating a bunch of people's tapes throughout the country just to find out who a guy is.
Are you doing anything special or different today because of the heat?
We only gave a vacation. Went to Kennywood yesterday. Had a great time there. Okay, no, I don't know if I've told you this or maybe I have. That white tent down there hasn't been used much. It's out there in case someone gets down, but our guys have done an unbelievable job. And Coach Stacchiati and his strength staff, our guys are in shape. We haven't had a guy, with heat exhaustion, and our guys are trained, and we feel good with where they are.
How does MJ's ability to play both safety and corner impact when you're looking at the nickel and things like that, like you said, getting him on the field?
It's for there's a lot of guys like that. Rashad Battle's the same way. It doesn't really affect him. Nickel's just another spot. So to teach him all 3, and Rashad Battle actually can play all 3. We haven't done that with MJ yet, as far as the nickel back. So really doesn't affect that nickel spot. We're going to look for our 5 best DBs and get them on the field.
I'm not official, but what do you think about this proposed reported alliance with the ACC tackle?
What is it? I have no idea. I think it's a lot of talk. I don't know much about it. I'm not paying attention to that stuff. So I couldn't tell you a whole lot. I mean, we have an alliance with the ACC. Okay, and it all starts with the ACC and Jim Phillips, but there's just some talks, and maybe it has something to do with it. I'm just speculating here. Maybe it has something to do with just sticking together, making sure that there's that we're not poaching from each other and doing stuff behind closed doors. I'm guessing. I have no idea.
Any separation at running back?
I mean, it's a back and forth slugfest. I'd still say Izzy is the guy you trust the most, and it comes down to trust right now. Every single day, who is that guy? And he's been like this every day. And Vince Davis will have a good day. Hot Rod, Rodney Hill has peaked. AJ Davis is the best protection guy by far. So I'll give him. He's that guy that you trust. He does some great things in pass pro, and he's had a nice camp as well. So no.
What was the highlight of Kennywood? What was the highlight of the Kennywood day?
Just hanging out with our players. To be honest with you, I mean, so often we're like coaching hard in the meetings. Hey, what are you doing? Hey, why'd you do this? But you get, we needed a break. Okay, if we had to practice yesterday, it would have been 11 straight days. Okay, which our kids thought. Kenny Pickett said to me probably a week ago, like, Coach, 11 straight days. I'm like, hell yeah, we got work to do. We'd had that planned for Monday to be that type of day after a scrimmage on Sunday. I'd be a fool to go out there and practice. So, the plan was there. They thought they were coming in and practicing, and at least some of them. I think some of them, may have known something. But it was the highlight is hanging out with our guys in line and talking with our guys. Just kind of, you got 30-minute waits. I wasn't on that steel curtain. It was an hour and a half wait. I wasn't waiting there, although I got a lot of conversation with our kids in line there too. So it was good.
Did you ride anything?
Yeah. Wish I could tell you what they were.
You a coaster guy?
Oh yeah. But steel curtain, I wasn't waiting on that one. Someday I'll get that when nobody's there.